Hello.
Hey Darren, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing well. Did you have school today?
I did, yeah, unfortunately. Everybody's out though, so
Yeah.
kind of lonely here. All good.
Yeah. So now, where you're at, or do you live on the campus of your school?
No,
Yeah.
no, no. It's just a private school, not a boarding school, so
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
yeah.
So do you live very far from the school?
No, I live like 7 minutes away, so it's not bad
Oh,
at all. Yeah.
no, that's good. That's real convenient.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so how did the rest of your week go last week?
Um, it went good. I had a lot of homework, but that's expected, of course. But the weekend went pretty good hitting wise. Pitching, I'm getting there. I went 4 innings, too many walks, but a lot better mentally.
Good. You say too many walks.
Yeah. Like I walked too many people.
Okay. And how do you know that you walk too many people?
Just the stats and just pitching in general after,
Mm.
you know.
What feedback do your coaches give you that is an indicator that you've walked too many outside of stats? What's another indicator
I
that
mean, they don't tell me, but
oh,
I just know when I walk people,
yeah.
obviously, but they don't really comment on it, which is a good thing,
Mm.
you know.
Hmm.
So,
You said when I will know I know when I walk too many people.
yeah.
How do you know?
I mean, because I just like keep track of it, I guess, which is probably
Ah,
a good thing.
uh-huh. And so when you keep track, is there a number that you start out with or?
No, I wouldn't say there's a number. I just like kind of just know that I've walked too many people, but
Mhm.
I don't keep a number in my head, I'd say.
Okay. What pitching goals do you have each time you're pitching in the
I mean,
game?
right now, just find the zone,
Mm-hmm.
just, you know, make them hit it. Don't think throw strikes, but throw in the zone. That's what we talked about last time.
Mm-hmm.
That really helped, but like there were still, a couple of pitches where I couldn't locate the zone, you know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. So for your time today, what would be the most beneficial for you to know by the end?
Um, Had to like mentally stay focused on my mechanics and like like myself get like don't let it like get to myself because like when I started to like throw a lot of balls, like I kept thinking to myself, saying like, what am I doing wrong? Like, how do I fix this and make it go back to the first and second inning, you know?
Mm.
Was unstoppable.
Mm-hmm. When you said go back to the first or second innings, what happened in those innings?
I was just unstoppable and sh was striking everybody out and getting through the inning super quickly and
So
just being able to throw without really thinking, you know?
when did you first notice that you had started thinking?
Third inning, third and fourth inning. Yeah.
Okay. What happened?
I mean, I just started to throw a lot of balls, like spiking the pitches, and like I was just thinking to myself, like, how do I fix this? What am I doing wrong, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't figure it out,
Mm-hmm.
if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. It does. So in the third and fourth innings, I heard you say you started thinking about how you were throwing. Um, was it so? What happened? Where you start in the third inning? Did you start walking, or what happened with the pitch?
I started to walk a lot of people. They
Okay,
weren't really hitting the ball like a couple people did because it's part of the game, but I just started to walk a lot of people, which kind of
okay.
got to me, and I couldn't figure out what I was
Thank
doing
you.
wrong, you know?
Yeah, that was the part that I was kind of missing. I was like, wait,
Yeah.
I'm missing something. Okay, so first and second innings, you had a rhythm, you were throwing. Third inning, your walking increased.
Yes.
And you said that by the end of this session, you want to know how to mentally stay focused on your mechanics.
Right.
Okay. With what you know about this was Saturday's game, is that right?
Sunday.
Sunday, Sunday.
Yes.
With what you know about the game on Sunday, your performance, but your mental performance, not your physical performance, but your mental performance. Because again, you're wanting to know how to mentally stay focused on
Right.
your mechanics. So, thinking back to the game on Sunday, the mental focus, talk to me about that.
I mean, I think it was good. Wasn't great, you know, room for improvement, but um I feel like I was really able to focus on the catcher's mitt a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think that was really an issue the third and fourth inning. Like more of the issue was like focusing on my mechanics and not like overdoing it, you know? If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain,
You're doing fine.
but
Just
it's less
talking.
of the focus on the glove part and more of the mentally staying focused on the mechanics so I could, go longer into the game, you know?
So in the third quarter, the third inning, sorry, in the third inning, you started focusing less on the glove.
No, I kept focusing on it, but my mechanics were just completely off, I felt like, and I couldn't like go back and like think about like what I was doing in the first and second inning to, throw super good. Like I couldn't duplicate
Well, I
that.
heard you say you did say that. I heard you say first and second innings, I was focused on the glove
Yes.
and I was throwing strikes.
Yes.
Starting the third inning, I was less focused on the glove.
Oh, did
And
I say that?
hmm
Oh, I mean, I don't think it was made. The focus was probably more off because I was thinking more, but I was still, trying my hardest to make sure I look at that glove, you know?
so you said I was thinking more.
Right? Yeah.
Do you remember what you were thinking more about?
Finishing the pitch more and striding out more. That's what the coaches were telling me I was doing wrong from the dugout.
You
So
said striding,
yeah, striding out longer because apparently I wasn't striding out to the fullest length I could do, you know?
like meaning you finish the pitch through your fingers.
Yes,
Okay. And you were thinking more about finishing the pitch and striding out longer.
exactly. Yeah.
So is that why you said you were less focused on the glove?
I'd say so, yeah. So I
Okay.
was focusing on other things.
Mm. So the thing that you want to know the most by the time we're finished is how to mentally stay focused on your mechanics.
Right.
So I heard you say thinking more on the mechanics, finishing the pitch and striding out longer, increased walking, your
Yeah,
walks.
thinking about that, yes. That's correct.
So I'm going to go back and ask you the question again. What do you want to know by the time we're finished with the session today?
Just how to keep my head straight on one thing and not multiple things. Because I feel like if my head goes onto multiple things when I'm pitching, that's when things could start to get ugly. You know?
Mhm. What do you hear when I'm going to repeat back to you something, a couple things I heard you say, and I want you to think about it, and then I want you to tell me what you hear. The first and second innings, I was focused on the glove and I was striking everyone out. Starting the third inning into the fourth innings, I started thinking more about my mechanics, finishing the pitch and striding out longer.
hmm
What do you hear?
I'm not too sure. What do you mean by that? What do I hear?
So I gave you two different scenarios well, two different descriptions. You described yourself two different ways.
hmm
In the first and second innings, you said I was focused on the glove, which equaled me striking out a lot of people
hmm
or everyone. I think that was your exact words. I was striking everyone out, is what you said. And then you said the third and fourth innings, I started thinking more about finishing the pitch and striding out longer, and that equaled me having more walks.
hmm
Those are two different descriptions of what took place, or the way you describe what took place. So, what do you hear between those two descriptions?
I mean, I feel like the first and second inning, I was just out there playing the game. And then come the third and fourth inning, I was like overthinking it maybe
Mm,
and not playing the game, not having fun, just thinking too much.
mm,
That makes sense.
okay. So, how do you stay mentally focused? Because you're saying, I think for me, there's still a little confusion around how to stay mentally focused on your mechanics. When you describe focusing on your mechanics is what caused you to start walking people. So, what makes you want to focus on the thing that caused you to start walking? You're saying, I want to know how to focus on my mechanics, but then you said,
Yeah.
focusing on my mechanics
Yeah, that doesn't
caused
make sense.
me.
I mean, I guess I like reword myself and say focus. I don't know. Yeah, that does not make sense. Sorry.
No, 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 it's not. I'm not trying to say that it made sense or it didn't make sense. What I said it to you just so that you could hear it played back. Because if the mindset piece of it is what is being worked on here, right?
hmm
The connection on what part of that is what needs to be made clearer for you. And I don't So, with that being said, what you had an aha moment where you're like, yeah, that doesn't make sense. What didn't make sense about it for you?
I mean, so I said I don't want to think about my mechanics. I just want to think about the glove. But then I go on and say I want to know how to focus on the mechanics to,
Mm-hmm.
make them work like when I dominate first and second inning. So
Correct.
I kind of need to figure out something to just focus on one thing and one thing only at all times.
What's the one thing that you want to be focused on at all time?
The glove and just playing the game in general, going out there with a careless attitude, but still, having fun, not letting anything affect me, just keeping that mindset.
Okay. That's how you started out in innings one and two.
Right.
What changed after two? Or what happened in two that resulted in the change?
Well, when I started to walk people, I just started to overthink it and not have fun anymore, if that makes sense.
You started walking people in the second inning?
In the third inning,
Okay. So what happened between the finishing of the second inning and the beginning of the third inning?
nothing, honestly. Uh, nothing really happened in between, but I just came out in the third inning and
What
I don't know,
what pitch would you say it started happening on?
the fastball.
Every fastball,
Most of them, yeah, I'd say so.
but the slider and the split, what happened?
They were working, but like they weren't as good as the first and second.
When did you notice that you were you know it was the fastball the most where the walking happened? Do you remember what signal you got for the very first pitch going out in the third inning?
What signal? Just throw the ball.
No, I'm sorry. Like the first batter up was a fastball, second batter
Oh yeah, first batter, first pitch was the fastball.
up. Okay. All right.
Yes.
Thank you. So, excuse me. The very first pitch, fastball, walk.
Yes.
What was the pitch? Do you remember the second bat up?
I think it was a fastball again, but that kid got a hit, but it was made as a error, so he got on base. But I threw him a strike.
Okay. So you had one walk with a fastball, one strike.
But he hit it, and it wasn't field, so it was air, I think. And then after that, I started to walk more people.
Okay. When was the first non-fastball pitch that you,
Um, the third batter,
the third batter? Is that the
yes.
one that got the forced error?
No,
No.
that was
So
the one I walked. The third batter.
the third batter you walked, and that was what pitch?
Um, the slider.
Okay. But in innings one and two, what kind of pitches did you have in innings one and two?
Fastball, slider, and changeup.
In the fastball in innings one and two, what happened?
It was accurate, going for a strike every time.
Okay. All right. So, and then in the third inning, it started with a fastball, and then it kept getting like it didn't really matter which the pitch. It just kept
Correct.
resulting in you walking.
Yes.
Excellent. That makes sense. This is going to be challenging, and so the answer may not come, and it's okay to sit there and think about it.
Hmm.
Okay. What shifted in your confidence from the end of the second inning to the start of the third inning?
I mean, going into the start of the third inning, I was very confident because I just came off a really good inning. But once I started to throw balls, my confidence went down.
What conversation happened at the end of the second inning with your coaches?
He just said I'm doing really good and to keep
Keep,
doing it.
okay,
Repeat.
repeat. All right. So, how did you feel, or what? Again, this is going to require you to think back
Mhm.
24 hours ago.
Yeah.
Third inning, first batter, fastball, four pitches, you walked. What thought went through your mind on the first pitch that was called a walk?
I mean, I wasn't happy about it, but
Okay. Mm-hmm.
I tried to not let it affect me mentally.
Mm-hmm. Any other emotion come up? You said upset.
No, that's all I can really remember. I just, yeah, not happy about it.
Mm-hmm.
After coming off a good inning, I just didn't like the fact I threw a ball. So,
Okay. Okay. So, what again, you said that, and I think we might have changed the agreement of what you wanted to know by the time our time was over. So, let me make sure that I've got that right. After hearing that, you kind of contradicted yourself a little bit. You say, yeah, that doesn't make sense. So, by the end of this, what do you now want to know?
um, how to not let myself think negative when I throw a bad pitch,
Mm-hmm.
just to stay focused on the same things I focus on when I'm dominant.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you want to know how to not think negative after throwing a bad pitch and to keep thinking and keep focused whenever you are throwing the same focus whenever you are throwing good pitches. Did I get that right?
Right.
Okay. What do you think about when you're throwing good pitches?
Nothing. Just throwing.
You're relaxed.
Yeah, super relaxed. Yeah.
Okay. Good pitch equals relax. What else is a good pitch?
Um, Having fun.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What else? Can you think of anything else?
Feeling dominant.
Tell me about that. What feeling dominant, what does that mean?
and just feeling unstoppable. That I don't know.
Okay. What does unstoppable look like?
Just nobody being able to hit my pitches.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I feel like unstoppable would look like or feel like.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So what I heard you say is good pitch. You know that you've had a good pitch because you are relaxed in your mindset. It's a very relaxed mindset. There's an enjoyment. You're having fun.
Hmm.
You feel unstoppable, meaning your pitches cannot be hit.
Correct.
Okay? And what typically happens when these feel to cause these feelings to go away? What are some what are some
So,
things that will cause that mindset? Because you already have the mindset. You said you want to know how to not think negative after throwing a bad pitch, and you already have the mindset of what a good pitch is. You just told me what that was.
hmm
So what usually happens? What are some things that happen where this mindset shifts, the good pitch mindset shifts?
I mean, if I walk a person,
Okay.
I mean, that's where I could shift. Or if I throw like a super bad pitch, it could also shift there.
Bad pitch. What is a bad
Like
pitch?
a wild pitch, like going to the backstop.
A wild pitch. Got it. Mm-hmm. So walking someone, having a bad wild pitch, what else causes you to come out of that frame of mind
I mean, if somebody hits a ground ball and the fielders can't make a play, that could shift it too.
when your teammates can't make a play?
Yeah, this makes me frustrated, I guess.
Good. Okay. Anything else?
I don't think so. That's about it. I mean,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. I'm going to have you to reframe these three things that you just said. Okay? Because remembering that by the end of this, you want to be able to know how not to think negative after throwing a bad pitch. You just described what bad pitches look like to you and how you told me at least on one how you feel. Like you said the word frustrated when your teammates can't make that play, right? In reframing, that is going to give you the formula of how to shift your mindset from that negative that gets you out of your rhythm back into your good pitch mindset, which your good pitch mindset, you're relaxed, you're having fun, and you're unstoppable. All right?
Hmm.
Think about reframing, meaning another way of looking at it. Before you do that, I want you to attach like you did when an emotion to these other two, like you did when you told me about how it makes you feel when your teammates can't make a play. You said, I'm frustrated.
Hmm.
Attach an emotion to walking a player, a pitcher, I mean, a player, and then when there's a bad pitch or a wild pitch, What emotion? What emotions would you attach to each of those?
If I throw a wild pitch, what do you, I mean, frustrated again.
Okay. Same frustration as with when the teammates don't. Same. Okay.
Yeah.
How about walking?
Not as frustrated because it's part of pitching, but I'm still not super happy about it because I don't want to walk too many people.
Disappointed?
Disappointed. Yeah, that's a good word.
Okay. Now reframing. Coming up with your formula for getting your mind back onto the good pitch track. It's
Hmm.
important to it's important with the good pitch to attach emotions to these, okay? What emotion when you're relaxed? What would you say?
Happy,
Okay? Having fun.
having fun. Yeah.
How
Uh,
about when you are relaxed? So when you're relaxed, you're happy. How about having fun? What emotion would you attach to that?
happy once again.
Same
Just
happy or different?
same happy and just feeling good in general.
Mm-hmm. Feeling unstoppable that your pitches can't be hit.
Um, happy, competitive.
Competitive. Ooh, good
Yeah.
word. Do you have a piece of paper around that you could write on?
Yes. So for
I want you to make two columns for me. Like draw a line down the center of your paper.
okay.
And I'm going to repeat back to you what you said, okay? The top of one column, it'll say good pitch mindset.
Yeah.
The other column, bad pitch mindset.
All right.
All right. Under the good pitch, write the word relaxed. These are descriptors of your mindset, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Equals happy. That's the emotion.
Okay.
The second one is having fun equals happy.
Okay.
Feeling unstoppable equals competitive.
All right.
Okay. And then the next column for the bad pitch, walk equals disappointed. Bad pitch equals frustration.
Yeah.
When teammates can't make a play equals frustration.
Frustration. All right.
Now, take a moment and look at your list.
Uh-huh.
What do you see?
The complete opposite on good pitch and bad pitch mindset.
Hmm.
I like good pitch, I see all positive. Bad pitch, I see all negative.
Mm-hmm. And you're wanting to stay in the positive mindset. of the good pitch, even when you don't throw a good pitch, right? That's what you said.
Yes.
All right. So underneath those two columns, you're going to write, and like across the center of the page, write the word reframe.
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 Okay.
What's the first one that you want to reframe? Which one do you want to pick from the bad pitch column?
Walk.
Okay. Are we reframing walk or the emotion?
Emotion.
Mm-hmm. Are there any words that you usually would say to yourself when you walk? The emotion is you're disappointed. What's the negative self-talk that goes with that?
I wouldn't say there's any self-talk when I walk. People, I don't really like talk to myself about it, but I just feel disappointed. I don't, just not good, you know?
So maybe there is language that you say to yourself. You say not good.
Yeah, you could say that.
Yeah. So beside where it says disappointed, you're gonna put self-talk, not good. This is what your inner voice is saying to yourself.
Okay.
What's self-talk with the bad pitch frustration?
Probably about the same, not good. I could do better.
I can do better. Put
hmm
that down, self-talk. I can do better. When teammates can't make the play.
Mm, I need to throw strikes or I need to strike people out, not trusting my fielders.
So the self-talk is I don't trust them.
Yes.
Hmm.
So,
All right. So with the reframe, a lot of what is showing up here is what I'm hearing is me, right? Which is getting your mindset away from relaxed, having fun, being unstoppable, right?
hmm
Framing that even when you are disappointed in yourself, even when you're frustrated with yourself and frustrated with others, changing the negative self talk. Being disappointed and being frustrated is normal. It's not bad. It's a reaction.
hmm
It is this negative self talk that gets assigned to it that makes it unhealthy. That's the part that is being reframed because you've already acknowledged that walking happens, throwing a bad or a wild pitch every now and again happens, teammates not fielding happens. Those aren't things necessarily to reframe because they happen. The emotion that comes with those can't be reframed because it's natural. It happens. We are disappointed. We are frustrated. Out of those three things, it is the negative self talk that can be reframed, which helps the mind to get back into the state of being relaxed, having fun, all of the things. Okay.
hmm
What you said you wanted to start with walk. With that negative self-talk of I'm not good or that's not good or whatever is not good. Reframe that.
I'm good. I'm great. Doesn't matter.
Sounded like you had a question when you said it.
Yeah, I'm just I don't, would those be the right words, you think?
So it doesn't, it is not a right or wrong. It's not like taking a test where you can get only one answer. The right answer is what clicks in you that is believable, that is authentic, and one that you don't feel like I'm just saying this and eventually I'm going to feel it type of thing, right? So, in terms of the right answer, you hold the key to the right answer for you. What's a word that you would use and to describe the self-talk for being happy?
Just in general or on the mound?
Well, like when you're relaxed and you're happy in a game, what would be a positive word that you would hear yourself saying? Or let's say you threw a strike. You were relaxed, you were having fun, you were unstoppable.
Mm-hmm.
Being relaxed in equals happy, then when you throw a strike, what's something you say to yourself?
I'm great. I'm unstoppable.
I'm great. Go back over to walk. I'm not good. The reframe for I'm not good is I'm great no matter what. Not just only when I throw strikes.
Mm-hmm.
You're great because you are relaxed, you are prepared, you have done what needs to be done to be able to be in the position that you're in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? When you are having fun, what positive words do you might even said it out loud to maybe a teammate or something. I don't know.
I mean, this is fun. I mean, I'm gonna say there's many positive self-talk I tell myself when I'm having fun. It just happens.
Mm. Okay. So here's homework assignment number one. I want you and you I want you to start keeping a journal for me. Not
Okay.
for me, for yourself.
Uh,
Okay? Because thoughts are things, and when we are in tune with the way that we're thinking, then being able to reframe the negative self-talk when it does come in, because it's going to come in, okay? It's something that psychologists term as automatic negative thinking, or and the acronym is ANT, like your ants. We all have ants. We all
mhm.
have automatic negative thinking, right? And the goal here, in order to get to how to not think negative after throwing a bad pitch or your teammates not doing their part, is to be able to key in on positive self-talk. That minimizes and silence automatic negative thinking. All
Right.
right. Homework assignment number one, you're going to pay attention to yourself. You're going to cue, it's like brushing your teeth with your right hand. When
Hmm.
you go to pitch, when you go to change innings and you're in the dugout, I want you to specifically pay attention to your thoughts. What's going on in the inside? What words do you hear yourself saying? Because you do say things right now, the negative, the automatic negative thinking the voice is louder
Hmm.
does not mean you're not thinking the positive, you're not saying the positive things to yourself. We just got to change the volume on the playlist because
Right.
on your playlist there are positive self-talk. There's positive self-talk where you pump yourself up, where you encourage yourself, the things that you say to yourself. And on that same playlist are the negative things that you say to yourself when the mistakes are being made. It's just the volume is louder. So same playlist, all we're going to do is we're going to switch the volume. In order to switch the volume, that happens with reframing. The reframing comes from being aware of what those positive things are so that they become more of a habit, that you start associating them with even when mistakes are being made. So homework assignment number one is to listen to your self-talk and just record what you hear. At this
Okay.
point, don't worry about it, whether it's positive or negative. Just record what you hear yourself saying, okay? And try to do that as soon after practice while it's still fresh on your mind. Just kind of make some mental notes of it. And then, whether you record and talk into your phone or however you want to take those notes, I want you to do that. Homework assignment number two. For this one, um, for this one, you will, how do I want to tell you how to do this one? This is going to involve you sitting with your thoughts again and thinking and writing about how, what you can learn from your mistakes. What is the lesson? I want you to record what is the lesson in me making the mistakes. Okay. And I'm only going to give you those two because those require a lot of self-reflection and writing and all of the things. Okay. Because that is going to open up, give you more information about what's really going on in your head. I get the feeling sometimes when we're talking and I'm asking you some of these questions that there is more of a concern of getting the right answer as opposed to getting the answer, which is your answer. So
Correct.
moving
Yeah.
forward, when these questions come up, like I don't have a test answer sheet over here.
Yeah.
The questions that are coming up or the questions that I have for you are reflective questions. I'm listening to what I hear you say, and I'm listening to what the end result is that you want. And I'm just merely reflecting back to you what I've heard you say in hopes that that's going to like cause you to kind of pause and say, wait a second, because the answer that you're seeking and wanting to know how to stay mentally focused, it comes from you understanding where your focus is right now and not on me giving you the answers. Like if I were inside of your head, I'd have all of the answers to these questions.
Yeah.
But I'm not inside of your head. And this is very new for you to be able to get that third party view of your inner thoughts, and it's just going to take time for you to get there. The way that we start though is being intentional about not just when things go bad, but when you are clicking on all cylinders, you're relaxed, you're striking everyone out, we got to
Hmm.
have something to be able to say, okay, this is when it switches. This is when the positive self-talk switches to negative self-talk, right? And then we'll have another discussion about that. Tell
Okay.
me how you're feeling right now.
I mean, yeah, I feel great about all of this. Um, so question, do you want me to journal like after like practice like my mindset there, or do you want me to like journal after the games?
Both,
Like pitch?
both.
Both? Okay.
And that, understanding, I'm sorry, understanding that it will, I, I don't want you to make this like a punishment thing for yourself, right? So maybe start out with one game, two practices.
Okay.
Because if not, it's going to start feeling like a burden, and that's going to even complicate it more.
Yeah.
And the reason why I say two practices, because you got to, you're first going to start out overthinking it
Hmm.
and or not thinking about it and then feeling guilty that you didn't think about it. And I don't
Yeah.
want to evoke those emotions. This is a process. You'll get to the point where it becomes more natural, but right now I'm going to ask you to give yourself grace in that it is a learning. Like we're doing the inside of the training of your brain, and it's very different from you throwing X number of pitches to get the conditioning that your body needs and the rhythm
Hmm.
that your body needs. Is very visual. You can see it, it's physical, it's visual. The mind is different. There's physicality going on, but no one sees it, right?
Correct. Yeah.
So, yeah, you want to be patient with that. Um, so yeah, two games, I mean, a minimum of two practices. If you want to do more, but minimum of two practices and a minimum of one game where um, as soon as possible thereafter. I wouldn't say go a whole nother day, but if it's something you can just jot down like right before you fall asleep or something like that, that's
Okay. Got it. Yep.
right. It's kind of like doctors dictating their notes after
Yeah.
their patients at the end of the day. You're going
Hmm.
to do that for yourself.
Got it.
Yeah. All right.
Sounds
What
good.
else? Anything else?
I don't think so. It sounds helpful though.
Yeah.
I think knowing the fact I'm going to be able to know my thoughts when I'm pitching good
Mm-hmm.
will really help me with a
Mm-hmm.
negative talk.
Right. So you started out today, you started out saying that you wanted to know how to not think negative after throwing a bad pitch. We're at the end now. What do you know?
Being able to refrain the negative talk,
Mm-hmm.
knowing like the to go words to get that out of my head.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a good spot to start.
Yeah, very good. The other thing is when I asked you that question in the beginning, it sounded like you were waiting for me to give you the answer to it.
Hmm.
And then once you started talking and identified good and bad, like looking at that on the sheet, could you see that you do hold the answer?
Yeah, 100%.
100%, yeah,
Yeah.
you do. And just fine tuning it and getting more consistent on it is the step to be able to do it. All right. So knowing
Hmm.
that you want to be happy, relaxed, having fun, competitive, all of those things go really well. And staying in that state of mind, being in that flow, is not that right now the two are like opposite. It's like one and then the other. And what you're saying is, I want to be able to feel like this even when I'm making mistakes, right?
Hmm.
That's what me asking you to do the journaling, having you to do the journaling of your thoughts is what's going to get you there. So that even when you have the disappointment, you have the frustration, you're going to be able to reframe it. All right. Next
Got it.
week, we are scheduled for 30 minute, I believe.
Okay.
Okay, when it comes to the time, and I know that again, I said this to you in the beginning, I'm going to repeat it as well. And your dad, Coach Sherry, you mentioned this to your dad too. When we go into a session, the time clock does not dictate what, for example, if you're in the middle of figuring things out and 30 minutes is up, we're not going to stop. We're going to complete that. I will never go over an hour. Um, Having said that, I'm not going to be bound by the clock because you having the breakthrough is the most important part.
Thank you. Okay.
Okay?
Yeah,
Do not
great.
worry about the time.
Okay.
Just be the time is my job to do. Your job is to be present and come with curiosity about
Got it.
yourself and wanting to figure it out. And also, you just discovered today that you hold all of the answers.
Right.
Okay. And so, the more you can figure that out, even if it's like this happened, I'm not really sure, but I'm going to write it down anyway, because in you talking, it allows me to answer the reflective questions that has you to dig a little bit deeper. But you hold all of the answers
That's
to
right.
getting
Okay.
yourself unlocked and to getting into that focus. My job is just to kind of help you to select whichever piece from the puzzle goes next.
Got
All
it. Yeah.
right. Any questions?
I don't think so. This all sounds really great.
All right. Well, thank you so much, and I hope you have a great rest of your week.
All right. Yeah, you too.
Okay. Bye
Thank
bye.
you.